yeah. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say thank you. Genuinely. Every single time that you watch, you comment, or you share one of my videos, you're helping me do something that I love, and I do not take that for granted. And look, if you ever think, oh, I love what Chris is doing, and I want to support him, then there is a way to do that. It's called the Executive Producer Program. Now, this isn't some sort of big corporate thing. It's just a fancy name I've given to the small way that you can help me keep doing this. In return, I'll make sure that you get some perks, early access, bonus content, and even sitting in on some of my celebrity interviews on Zoom. Now, listen, no pressure at all. But if you fancy it, or if you fancy checking it out, the link is producers.thepeerproject.co.uk. You can go and have a look if you want, when you've got a second. Okay, let's get into this then. Okay, let's talk. Now, this isn't an interview today. This isn't about somebody else's story. This one is about us. It's about you. It's about me. And it's about how we are going to work together to get our confidence back. Because realistically, if I'm being entirely honest with you, I need this too. I need this as much as you do. And maybe that's what makes this different. I'm not here as some expert telling you, hey, here's how to fix yourself. Because, let's be real, self-esteem isn't something that you just fix. It's something that you build. And that's exactly what we are going to do together. So, if I can rewind a wee bit for you, I used to be confident. I used to feel so good within myself. I used to be fit. I used to be healthy. I used to be happy. I used to have all my teeth. And I didn't question myself as much as I do now. But then, I guess life happened. Maybe for you it was the same. Maybe it was stress. Maybe it was a relationship that knocked you down. Maybe it was a job that drained you. Or maybe it was some people in your life that made you second guess yourself. Maybe you don't even know what changed. Just that somewhere along the way, you stopped feeling like you. The worst part is that we never really stop to notice it happening. It's not like one day you wake up and go, oh no, my self-esteem's gone. It's slow, it's sneaky, and it chips away at you bit by bit until one day you look in the mirror and you don't even know what to say to yourself anymore. But listen, if you relate to that even a little bit, then this podcast is for you. And I don't say that lightly. I genuinely believe that we can turn this around. Together. Now, before we go any further, I want to be very, very clear about something. We are not broken. Absolutely not. We don't need fixing. We are not failures. We are not less than just because we don't feel 100% confident all the time. And I say this because I know what it feels like to convince yourself otherwise. To feel like you're not good enough. Like there's something wrong with you for feeling the way you feel. But there isn't. It's just life. It's just being human. And the good news, yeah, if self-esteem can fade away, then it can come back. We just need to put the work in to build it up again. And that's why we're here, to do this together. So here's the plan. February is Boost Your Self-Esteem Month. And this isn't some catchy catchphrase to stick on a video title, it's a commitment. A challenge even. Each video, we are going to take real, tangible steps to start to feel better about ourselves. And no, that doesn't mean staring in the mirror and chanting, I love myself 5 times a day. Well, unless that works for you, then go for it. But what I mean is real, practical, doable steps. Stuff that doesn't feel cringy, doesn't feel forced, but actually helps. Because these little changes, they add up. And since I don't want this to be one of those videos that just says, wait for the next one, let's do something right now, okay? Let's do this. I want you to think of one thing, just one, that you like about yourself. Now, don't overthink it, okay? It could be something tiny. It could be something silly. Maybe you like your laugh. Maybe you make a cracking cup of tea. Maybe you always hold the door open for people. One thing right now. Go. And if you're sitting there thinking, I literally can't think of a single thing, then here's one from me. You're here. You're watching this, and that means that you care. And that means that you're trying. And that is enough. And I genuinely mean that. Genuinely. Because we need to be realistic. Most people don't take the time to work on themselves. I certainly haven't. They just accept that things suck. And then they stay stuck. But you're here. And that means that you want to change something. And that is powerful. Now, you might be thinking, okay, Chris, I've thought of one thing. But what does that actually do? Well, let me tell you. Everything starts small. Even you started small. You were a baby at one point. But self-esteem isn't built in a day. It's not about having one big moment where everything clicks and suddenly you feel brilliant. It's all about stacking up small wins. Little reminders that you are more than enough. Because every single time that you acknowledge something good about yourself, you're challenging that voice in your head. And I know we all know that voice in our head that says, you are not enough. And the more we challenge it, the quieter that voice gets. It doesn't happen overnight, but I promise you, it happens. So, what happens next? Well, over the next few videos, we're going to tackle different aspects of self-esteem. Things like how we talk to ourselves, how we carry ourselves, the tiny little habits that actually make a difference. No fluff, I promise. No, just think positive. Nothing like that. Just real, honest ways to feel better about ourselves. And this is the best part. You're not doing this alone. I am literally doing this with you. I might seem like a confident guy, but I'm confident sitting here in a room with nobody else about me and I'm talking to a camera. We are in this together. I'm sharing my journey and I want you to share yours too. Let's make this space where we actually lift each other up, because that's what the Peer Project is all about. We lift each other up, and that is why it exists. So, if you're in, let me know that you're in. Write in the comments, I'm in, and also tell me what your one thing was. And if you don't want to comment, that's okay. Just make sure you know what it is, because this isn't another self-improvement thing that you watch and then forget about. This isn't one where you watch it and then feel great about yourself for 5 minutes and then go back to not feeling nice about yourself. No, this is us. This is me. This is you. Actually doing the work to get our confidence back. To feel like ourselves again. And I promise you, you are not alone in this. Alright. Let's get to work. Hello, it's Chris here from the Peer Project. I just want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Seriously, this podcast, these videos, all of it, it's my passion. And I pour everything I have into making them the best that they can be. So just the fact that you're here, that you're watching, it means the absolute world to me. Now, if you ever thought to yourself, you know what, I like this show. How can I support it more? The best way is by joining the Executive Producer Programme. It's £5 a month, and that support helps me keep making this, keep growing it, and honestly, keep feeding my family whilst doing what I love. And in return, you get ad-free episodes, bonus exclusive content, early access to full unedited interviews, and even the chance to sit in on recordings with our celebrity guests. Now, if that sounds like something that you'd love to be part of, head over to producers www.thepeerproject.co.uk and sign up. And if not, that's totally fine. Just liking, subscribing, and sharing this helps more than you would ever know. Thanks again. Be kind, stay curious, and I'll see you next time. See ya.